need to buy a car. Nothing flashy, just in good shape and with excellent gas mileage. I'm paying cash.
Who you running from? Your husband?
I'm not running from anyone, Reggie. I'm taking the path of least resistance, and I'd rather not leave a paper trail. Now, will you sell me a car or not?
If you're in trouble, talk to your dad. Like, really, talk to him. Because he'll help you, even now still, with whatever you need.
You're sure you saw Polly?
No doubt about it.
So she's hanging with the ghoulies, probably using.
Seems like that's a safe bet. I'm sorry, Betty.
I'm not sorry. I'm pissed. So my question is, when do we kick their asses?
I wonder if Alice knows.
How many ghoulies are
And that's
in your
why she got
house? I counted
all
a dozen
snippy
in
with
these
Betty.
zones. We hit 'em.
I mean, I guess the house is already fucked, but they're gonna break all the windows. Okay, now what?
Jingle jangle.
They
Just
got
like the
the
old
drugs.
days. They've got a lab set up in the bathroom. Will that be enough to put them behind bars, Agent Cooper?
Yeah, Kev, that should do it. Hi, this is Polly. I'm just calling to get my schedule for the week.
Polly Cooper? You haven't worked at the roving eye for over a year. Who is this?
Hiram's also putting forth a vote to unincorporate the town. And based on the receipts, it seems as though he has enough people bribed or terrorized into passing the motion.
Wait, unincorporate the town. What does that even mean?
It means
Yeah.
that all the money that the town gets from the state for public services, for maintenance, for education, it goes away. It means that Riverdale, as a town, ceases to exist.
So Hiram Lodge will finally get what he's wanted for years. The death of Riverdale.
So his precious Sodale can thrive.
But if that happens, would we even be able to keep the school open with the board's support?
Technically, yes, but it's going to make it much, much harder.
So we need to fight harder. Alice, I'm gonna need you to go on RIVW and blow the whistle on Hiram's plan. He was trying to keep it secret so no one would show up and oppose him. But we need the public there so they could vote against Hiram's plan.
Okay, but what about our teacher problem?
I think I can maybe help with that.
How? Do you know any qualified teachers with degrees? Because that's what it takes to be a public school teacher.
What if Riverdale went private? That way we could choose who we wanted.
Yes, but we lose all public funding.
Well, if the town unincorporates, we lose funding anyways.
Yeah.
We need an investor.
I think I might know someone.
Chad is threatened by my alphaness. Because of that, he can be somewhat possessive and controlling. He was having me followed, but I just shot out his goon's tires, so tell him to stop trying to manage me or track me when I leave town.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
He's not taking my hints. But I'm betting the Hiram Lodge could be a lot more persuasive.
Just to be clear, you're officially asking me for my help?
Yes, I am.
Well, in that case, no.
Yeah, that's what I
Come
thought he
again?
was gonna say.
Remember you called me a dog and you told me that I needed to be taught a lesson? It's about 7 years ago. You were cruel, Veronica. Brutal. When my body was just a mass of bruises. Well, now it's my turn to teach you a lesson. I warned you from the start that no one outside of this family would understand the Lodge ambition. You made your bed. You're gonna have to deal with Chad yourself. And if that means you have to crawl into the mud to do it, then so be it.
You never had any intention of helping me, did you? You just wanted to hear me beg.
I assume you don't need my help finding the exit.
Can't you take the night off?
Oh my God, Mom, I said get off my back. Polly, give Mom a break.
It's fine. Polly has to work.
It's not. She doesn't.
Actually, I'm not so sure she does, Mom. I know you don't waitress at the Roving Eye, and that you've been hanging out with the ghoulies.
Elizabeth, stop it.
So how exactly are you making all of this money? To help out with the mortgage and support the twins? Are you dealing? Tricking? Both?
It's none of your business.
Actually, it is. Because I care about you.
You don't live here. You deserted us. Okay, being a real sister doesn't mean coming in for one day and telling me how to live my life, especially when you don't know anything about it.
Wait, Polly.
Sam, how are you?
At the end of my rope.
Scribner's wants pages or their money back.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on something right now.
What? What have you been working on?
Actually, let me send it to you. Let me know what you think. Might be enough to convince Scribner's I'm not a one-hit wonder.
Hey, after Pop's party, I thought you, me, Jughead, and Veronica could hang out. Just the four of us. We haven't done that yet.
No, yeah, that's a nice idea.
Hey, do you want some pizza? It's the least I can do to thank you for everything.
Yeah. If Pizza. Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm gonna take a shower first.
Oh, me too.
Do you want to go
home
first?
They had to start this. I knew this relationship was coming, but they had to start it with her cheating on her boyfriend? Really? I guess once a cheater, always a cheater.
Betty, what just happened?
I don't know. Something we've been wanting to do since high school, but never got around to.
Yeah, sounds about right. Just to be clear, we're...
Friends. Just good old friends. We're both single adults. We're allowed to have fun every now and then, right?
Did you have a boyfriend? Or did you break up with them without
That's okay
me
if we keep this to
seeing?
ourselves.
Yeah, Veronica's a married woman, and Juggen and I haven't dated for 7 years, so...
You know, I had to drop out of school to take over running this place after my pop, the original pop, passed away. I never got to graduate. This means the world to me.
I think sometimes it can be hard to put our faith in this town, but I think Pop created something really special here. Created a place for the lost and wayward souls of Riverdale to come to. And I think that's more than a jukebox or vinyl booths. It's like a lighthouse in the storm. Now, Pop himself is many things. He's a joker. He's a soldier. He's a cook. He's a really good listener. He's also a father. He's a son and a grandfather. And to many of us, and to me personally, it's about the only reason that I made it through. He gave us a home, Pop. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
To Pop Tate, we never let the lights go dark.
Have you considered my ask to fund Riverdale and the new teachers it needs? It's the only thing that might save the school.
Look, I came here to celebrate Pop, not get caught up in small town politics, Antoinette. And I can barely afford Thornhill's renovations as it is.
Cheryl, I know you think you're cursed, and the sins of your family are so great there's nothing you can do to atone for them. But you're wrong. There's a war going on in Riverdale for Riverdale. We need you.
I'm sorry, I can't. It will start as something good and end up corrupted like everything I try to do.
If you won't do it for the town, would you do it for me? Please? If our love ever meant anything to you, help us.
You can guilt her into giving you money.
If I gave you the money, who would these new teachers even be?
I think we can stop him. Or at least slow him down.
How?
We become teachers here. I know it sounds crazy, but it's also a way to keep the school going. Which means, if Hiram wins the vote, we still have a defendable position. This school. And if we can save it, we can give people at least one more reason to stay in Riverdale. And in time, we can bring this town back to life.
Archie, I'm married. I have a life back in New York.
Yeah, but I have a novel to write.
Veronica, plenty of people commute to the city. And Jug, you always said you do your best writing in a booth at Pop's. It's not gonna be long. A month or two, just to give Weatherby enough time to find permanent replacements.
I'm in.
I thought he was
Quantico
saying a
can wait
month or
couple
two
months, and I need to be here right
to
now
fix
for
the
my
town. I
mom
was
Polly.
like, yeah,
Thanks,
that's
Betty.
not gonna happen. But
Jug?
finding replacements, yeah, I guess.
I'd have to clear it with my new job. But why not? I'd like to shape some impressionable young minds.
I'm in too. I'll make it work with Chad. And considering that what's happening here is all my dad's fault, I need to give back more than anyone.
Bulldogs forever?
Bulldogs forever! With the help of one very generous donor, I'm happy to announce that Riverdale High will be able to do that as a private school. And unlike other private schools, Riverdale will be tuition free. And we're bolstering our teaching staff with notable alums like Sergeant Archie Andrews, FBI trainee and Yale graduate Betty Cooper, businesswoman and Barnard grad Veronica Gecko, and acclaimed author Forsyth Jones III. So spread the news far and wide that Riverdale and its children will not be at the mercy of Hiram Lodge's destructive whims.
I'd like to introduce what I hope will be my last motion as mayor, a proposition to unincorporate the town of Riverdale. All those opposed? All those in favor? Majority wins. The township of Riverdale is hereby dissolved.
How do we know that was majority? It looked about the same. I would demand a freaking count.
Sam, I was gonna call you.
Jones, Scribners loved your story about the old man.
They what?
Yeah, they think it's your next book and a slam dunk. Apparently there's a huge market right now for tragic Americana. Dying community, all of the miserable people who live there. You know, we'll call it Elegy for a Small Town. What do you think?
Is he gonna do that again after what his first book did?
I don't want to write about that.
You don't have a choice, Jones. This is your ticket out of the literary grave you dug for yourself. Now you need to deliver, understood?
Yeah, understood.
Thank you.
The twins are playing, but Polly's still not home. I'm worried.
You know your sister. She gets angry, storms off. God knows when she'll be back. This is what happens.
You're allowing
But this
this.
one's on you, Elizabeth.
No, I think this is on you for allowing her to do this shit.
I'm not coming home just yet. I'm gonna stay in Riverdale. a
That's
little
not
bit longer,
Alice.
Chad.
Like, she didn't sit there and take
Why
care
is
of the
that?
kid.
My alma
Make
mater,
Polly have to be a
Riverdale High,
mom.
has fallen on hard times and needs my help. So I'll be teaching there.
That's absurd.
No. What's absurd is you freezing our credit cards. Especially since I made most of the money that's in our joint accounts. Yeah. So if they're not unfrozen in the next, say, 30 minutes, I'll consider it an act of aggression. You know, like you having me followed. And the next time you see me, it'll be on Wall Street, on the floor, when the markets open Monday morning. And this she-wolf will tear out your throat in front of all the other alpha dogs with zero hesitation.
So is that it then? Are we done?
You have 30 minutes to reactivate our cards.
Well, I see that marriage going down the tubes very quickly.
Jug.
Hey, yeah, sorry it's late. Wondering if you could, use a roommate now that you're in this big empty house all by yourself.
Yeah, what happened to the 5 seasons?
It's a little rich for my blood.
Come in.
Polly, it's me again. I wanted to say that I'm sorry about what I said before. I really had no right to judge you, especially after being gone for so long. It wasn't my place, so I want to tell you that I love you and
Oh,
that
God,
I'm here
it's
for
that
you.
truck.
So just call me and I'll come find you wherever you are, or I'll see you when you get home. Just please,
It's a
please,
big
please.
ass fucking big rig, it looks like. Just go back the other direction. It can't turn like sharply. Okay. So Polly's gotten herself in some major trouble. Maybe possible death. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. The whole thing with like Polly and Alice blaming it on Betty because Polly ran out or whatever. It's just like, why lie if she's like not like ashamed of whatever it is that she's doing? And you know, and Alice has been allowing this in her home. Like maybe she put her foot down with Polly about the things she was doing not being okay and making her, you know, take care of her own damn kids. Maybe it wouldn't have gotten to this point where Polly is now. So that's just my opinion. You know, there are other towns. If it's so damn bad here, move somewhere else. I mean, come on. Use your brain, people. Use your brain. So anyway, overall I enjoyed the episode. I even enjoyed them busting into Archie's old house and beating the ghoulies. I forget their name. And getting them busted for drugs and everything. So I just don't understand why they had to make Reggie work for Hiram. I mean, Reggie's always kind of been touch and go with his, the way he is. 1 minute he's good, 1 minute he's bad, and he's kind of back and forth, But yeah, so Betty and Archie hooked up in this episode. I mean, it was kind of felt random to me. Because it's been 7 years. There hasn't been any kind of like sexual tension going on between them since they came back to Riverdale. Not even really any kind of looks or anything. So them all of a sudden hopping in the shower together and having sex was just kind of weird to me. But the fact that she did that when she has a guy back, where she worked, bugged me. She was saying she was single, but we saw that she had a boyfriend, so I'm a little confused. I mean, if I understood their relationship, like maybe it was not, what do you call it? Exclusive, then that's different. They're both in the know that either one could be with somebody else and everything. But since I don't really know what their relationship was, I'm kind of on the fence about it, I guess. They're not claiming to be like a couple or anything, her and Archie. They're just friends, and they just did something that, they wanted to do back in high school and just never did it. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Jughead has gotten a job. He is being a waiter. And also he has a lot of enemies in Riverdale, apparently, because of his first novel. I guess he did them dirty, the serpents in particular. And so they're kind of angry with him. The people that he owes money to tracked him down in Riverdale. But Pop's niece, I forget what her name is, she covered for him. And that's, I guess, when she realized that he really needed a job, because she turned him down before about being a waiter, and she offered him the job. So that was nice. And Jughead wrote a beautiful speech for Pops at his party. I thought it was really great. I hope we kind of still see Pops around, though. Like, I know he isn't working there, but it'd still be nice to see him occasionally. But I think that his niece is going to be like the main, or niece, granddaughter is going to be the main focus when it comes to the shop. So they also in this, they were trying to save the school because it was on the verge of being shut down because of Hiram. More teachers moved to a new school to teach because of Hiram. Also, the town was being decertified or whatever. I don't know. They were gonna basically not be considered a town anymore, right? Is that basically what it was? So they were trying to save that as well, and they thought if they could save the school or make people see the hope in the school or whatever, it would like change their minds about making Riverdale not a town anymore. And they saved the school by having Cheryl funding it, and she guilt tripped the hell out of Tony guilt tripped the hell out of Cheryl to get that money. And they also hired some new teachers, which is Archie and Jughead, Betty, and Veronica. So they're all sticking around for quite some time, which pretty much saw that coming, obviously. But the town still got decertified or whatever. I don't know the word they use. I can't remember. So yeah, so Hiram still got kind of what he wanted, but the school is still there, so they're still fighting, and hopefully they can do what they're trying to do, which is to revive the town. Jughead also is going to be staying with Archie, so that's better than him being stuck in the bunker, I think. And I don't think the fact that Archie and Betty hooked up, should Jughead find out, should be a big deal, considering they're not a couple and haven't been in a very long time. So hopefully that won't be like an issue with them later. Veronica, she is having problems with her husband. He was having her followed. he froze their bank accounts, and she first went to her dad. First she tried to take care of the problem herself. I don't know exactly what her plan was. She was getting a gun and trying to buy a car and get a job. I don't know. I don't understand what she was trying to do to fix her problem with her husband, which was she was doing. But when she went to go buy a car, Reggie told her to go talk to her father, that he'd help. But that was a big fat lie, because she went to her father and asked him to talk to her husband, and he flat out told her no, and just threw it in her face, and being a big giant asshole like he's always been. So anyway, she talked to him at the end of the episode and basically told him to fuck off. No, that's not what she said. She told him to unfreeze their bank accounts and everything, or otherwise she was just pretty much going to kind of ruin him and embarrass him in front of all his friends. It sounded like. So yeah, their marriage is going to pretty much be over, I think. I could be wrong. She could stick around for some stupid reason, but if he's that controlling, I wouldn't want to be with him. So, and I said, I think in the previous episode, I think I said that he was a lot like Hiram, but nice. Well, I take that back, okay, because that's not nice, being controlling like that, spending spies on your spouse and freezing your money so they can't use it and pretend like you have no idea what's going on and stuff like that. So yeah, screw that. But that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please give this video a like. If you have any suggestions on anything you'd like me to react to, please leave that down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.